Hey guys, it's Alex. Oh wow, I look terrible. So real quick, I wanted to bring you guys an update. Since the last time I told you guys that I'm going to be putting some shirts back up for sale, you guys responded pretty amazing. Um, it's funny how social media tends to work. YouTube guys seem to be more invested into the channel than Facebook and other platforms, Instagram, stuff like that. So I really want to appreciate you guys. I've had to literally make my apartment a miniature t-shirt folding factory and everything. So I'll get you guys your shirts out as soon as possible. Thank you. But real quick, I wanted to give you guys an update on the car searching front. I have now adjusted my list. Before, the 2018 Mustang was at the top. Subsequently, after seeing some of the transmission trouble they've been having, yes, the 2018 Mustang Manual, yet again, even though they revised it, even though they put a twin disc clutch, even though they did a whole bunch of things to revise the transmission, it seems to still be a dud, which is so disappointing, Ford. And I'm not holding out hope that Ford will ever have a adequate manual transmission in a affordable pony car. I think eventually, like when GT500 comes out and all that stuff, I think the manual will be gone. The traditional H pattern manual. I think if GT500 is going to come out with a manual transmission going forward, it's probably going to be like a GTR style transmission. Now, bear with me. Only because the trends are going that way, okay? When it comes to having performance, you're going to want something that the 10R80, although very stout and strong, when it comes to torque, we don't know what it can hold yet. I know Manuel Gomez is doing, actually Manuel Gomez just made 1,000+ horsepower on Jesus's, I think the guy's named Jesus or Jesus, his 2018 turbo Mustang with a 10R80, badass. But back on the transmission front, I think the GT500 and going forward, Mustang will end up having, or a high horsepower Mustang will end up having a GTR style twin disc kind of transmission that has discs, but it's basically like a GTR trans, something fast shifting and all that stuff. If you guys listen to that video, that spy video of the Mustang driving around, listen closely as to how crisp and quick the shifts are at low driving speeds. It's like wah, bah, bah. That engagement makes me think it's a twin disc style transmission, similar to like a GTR. But back on the car front, 18 Mustang was number 1 on my list. Now it has dropped down to number 3 because of the woes continuing on the MT82. Ben Calamer will have work well through 2020 if that transmission is still a thing and it's not revised. So back on top, number 1 on my list is the Boss 302. And Power by the Hour happens to have a Boss 302 on the lot. Now, it is a very highly modified version of a Boss 302. It's a twin turbo Boss 302, but I want to show you guys the car anyway, just to kind of get a feel as to what I can expect if I was to go Boss 302. So now the list goes like this. Number 1 on my list is Boss 302. Number 2, GT500, 11 to 12. Number 3, 2018 Mustang. Why? I already have an S550 that makes over 900 horsepower. I don't need another S550 manual that's going to give me issues. I thought the manual was stout after the revisions. It seems to be the same old thing. So let's head to Power by the Hour. Take a look at this Boss 302 real quick. Here they have a good example of a Boss 302. This one is a little different, but I'll show you around it real quick. Boss 302s are kind of basic cars in terms of interior and stuff. They don't have any frills or anything like that. This guy is a very basic, I think it has like a Recaro style seat. Yeah, it has a Recaro style seat. Very basic looking car. They don't have premium speakers or anything like that. They're more road race oriented. I don't really want to get in this guy's car, but yeah, it's pretty straightforward. They come with a red key, and supposedly with the red key, if calibrated properly, you know, they have a little bit more horsepower and a little less interference with the ABS stuff for road racing applications. He does have an MGW shifter. These guys still do come with an MT82. The reason I'm not a big fan of the 18 MT82, because if it's supposed to be revised and it's the same piece of junk, I'd rather know the enemy that you know as opposed to the enemy that you don't. You know what I mean? But this one is a gotta have it green. I'm not a big fan of the color, but when you look at it closely, it does have like a metallic flake to it. This one though is a little different. This Boss 302, by the way, these are the Boss 302 wheels. I believe it has the adjustable. Does it have the adjustable struts on this guy or no? I'm not 100%. Unless that's just a Laguna Seca. Oh no, there you go. So adjustable. Right there. That's where you can adjust them, and I think that's how they come from the factory. But this guy, like I said, has a little bit, you know, other things going on. He's got some on-3 twin turbos. Now, a lot of you are going to scoff at it and probably be like, oh, on-3 is not a, you know, whatever. But the on-3s make power. They're cheap and they make power, period. So, can't blame the guy. I think this thing makes in the 800 range on full kill, which is fine. The engine can take it since it's a Roadrunner engine. It's not a Coyote. It has better rods and pistons, better heads, better balanced crankshaft. Boss intake, as you can see. But, yeah. That's kind of the example I wanted to show you guys about, you know, what I might end up picking up. And this is top of my list right now, a Boss 302 in white. See how it goes. And now that I saw this car get these wheels mounted, I can actually take delivery of the future Fairmont wheels. So they're a set of Weld, whatever the fucks. I've never heard of these, but the guy gave me a real good deal on them. It's got some mud tires in case I want to go mudslinging. I'm probably going to do something, maybe paint them or whatever, who knows, maybe sell them, who the hell knows. But these are the wheels that are gonna go on the Fairmont because they finally mounted this guy's badass set of wheels. They mounted the rear end. Look at that. Oh my god. So it's looking real good. Just wanted to give you guys an update. They put the front end on it. Oh yeah, that's looking crispy. I love it. Love very much. So anyway, I wanted to come here and show you basically what the Boss 302 is all about. I guess this one's going to get gone over. There's a bunch of stuff going on with it, so they're going to go over the whole thing. But that's probably going to be number one on my list for my next car. A Boss 302 just like this, but in white. What do you think of this car, Frank?
This car here?
Tell me a little bit about this car.
This car right here?
Yep.
Well,
because we got a guy here that's, you know, not here. He don't work here because no one here would ever say this is not badass.
That's a badass car. Now, controversial because it is a real Cobra.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'll give you that. If you're a purist, you're not going to do a twin turbo Coyote 4 or 200 swap and put a parachute hanging off the back of a real 93 Cobra.
Right.
If you're a normal human being,
right,
it's still hot as fuck.
Right.
It's beautiful. So.
All right. So, quick vote of my audience out there. Who of you think this thing is stupid or dumb? Because if you do, you need to unsubscribe from my shit. Because if you come on and on my channel say this is stupid, fuck you and your mom and anyone that you're related to. This is hot as fuck. This is badass, dude. This is badass. I love everything about it. Yeah, just kind of drop it down a little bit. Woo! Okay, I'm gonna end the video here because if you don't like this, you need to unsubscribe because this is what I'm all about. We're gonna push this car in. They're gonna finish the build shortly, and then we're gonna make some power on the dyno. Thanks for watching, guys.